Hello, hello. Right, I'm going to have a couple of rides out today. First one is a shortish mission. I just need to get my dear old mum some milk and bread, bless her. So I figured I'd take the C5 and do a test at the same time. If I point this downwards, what you can see there is a test card that is being sent directly from a massive contraption on my chest. Well, it's actually not a massive contraption, but some clever shit on my chest that's sitting below the GoPro that is live streaming. Well, live streaming just a test card right now because I want to see what happens, and it'll just be sort of doing the test card all afternoon. I'll go over to the park after the milk and bread mission. So I'm going to try the small shop that's just down there, but I think they're going to be shut by now, in which case I'll have to head into the village and get something in there. But yes, so it's just a test to see what happens if I can maintain a stream. That sounds like something else entirely. So what I've got strapped to me is a small HDMI encoder that it takes HDMI in straight from the GoPro, or at this point it's not connected, it's just from it's just producing a test card image. It then encodes that into H.256 HVENC, and turns it into an SRT stream, which is a streaming protocol designed for live streaming, that's capable of sending H.265. Did I say 256? 265. Which, what's the, I keep wanting to say SMTE, but it's not. That's the old music syncing and music and film sync time code. Anyway, it's, SRT is not, the old original streaming protocol that Twitch and YouTube and everything else uses isn't capable of sending H.265. Whereas SRT is, but they can't receive it. Okay, yeah, that shop is shut. Okay, let's go around and back up. Trying to think of where to go. Then, I just figured out where I'm going to go. I'm going to go through Kidbrooke. Let's find a place to turn around. There's a couple of shops up at the old, what was the old Dover Patrol, that can sell me milk and bread. So where was I? Yes, H.265. So this protocol is capable of sending H.265, which is basically, you can compress it much more than the same protocol that YouTube and Twitch uses for live streaming. And so for any given bandwidth, you can send twice the quality, or you can, this is the important bit for me, I can send the same quality for half the bandwidth. And so because I have bandwidth issues and connection issues, it means I can just send a 1000, I can see it's, there we go, it's come back though. I can just send a 1000 kilobit stream of 720p. But obviously I can't send those directly to Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. So this is actually streaming the sort of setup that's attached to me, is streaming directly to my computer at home, which is running OBS. That OBS is set up to receive the stream, an SRT stream, and it then transmits it as a standard stream to Twitch, which you... Okay, so that interruption is just my GoPro being a colossal dick, unrelated. So yeah, that encoder box is connected to a Netgear Nighthawk M2, which is a mobile hotspot, and so that's the two are just connected via Ethernet. And also, it's capable of powering the encoder box, so I don't need a separate power supply in order to run that. And so those two things are sort of self-contained, self-sufficient. So I've just got the encoder box velcroed to the back of the Nighthawk, and the two of them then... Hello there, how you doing? The two of them are then connected They're just cable tied to the bottom of the chest mount thing that carries the GoPro, and the whole lot is then transmitting, like I say, to my PC, to OBS on my PC at home. Nice Ducati. So that's Street Fighter. And so even if the stream does get dropped, it'll automatically reconnect, and I can see that a couple of times the test card has disappeared in front of me, but it comes back straight away without dropping the stream, so it maintains the connection. And so what I can also then do is put in a little script in OBS that, should the stream get dropped for more than 5-10 seconds, that it'll then start to play a pre-recorded video just to keep people engaged, just to keep people entertained and engaged in the event of temporary stream droppage, signal loss. But this M2, in theory, should be a lot better at maintaining the stream, maintaining the connection. It's going to have its work cut out in Greenwich Park, I think. I think the signal there is pretty poor. Pretty poor, it's piss poor. Let's call it what it is. Yes. I still have one more mobile provider to try, which is EE, and see what their service is like around that area. So I'll buy just a cheap prepaid card that's got a couple of gigs of data on it, and use that as a test around Greenwich Park, where the signal is crap with all of the other providers, and then see how that goes. So this at least enables me to maintain a continuous stream without constantly dropping it when the signal disconnects. And if I find it's disconnecting too much, the next step will be to use a Bella box instead, and that will then be able to run multiple sorry, I'm umming and ahhing because I'm doing so many things at once, checking traffic and everything else. The Bella box will then be able to run multiple cell phone connections and do something called cellular bonding in addition. So it splits the stream into two different internet, I don't want to say signals, but that'll do streams basically, two different internet data streams, and that then gets recombined. Where's the drop curb? All the way over there. That then gets recombined by my PC at home, which then again OBS then streams it for me. So yeah, it's all very interesting. A lot going on. Are they open? Right, BRB. Okay, mission accomplished. I have bread and milk from my mum, bless her. 2 seconds. Just need to log back into my phone. Should have done this first. There we go. Might need to edit that out. Yes, but this is kind of the holy grail for me, is being able to stream reliably, or at least reliably enough that I'm capable of having a sort of a constant stream that you can engage with people, so people can actually chat with me while I'm out and about. There'll inevitably be some latency. The more I add as a buffer, obviously the longer the latency will be in terms of chat back and forth. but at the same time, the greater stability I'll get. So I'm thinking I might put as much as 10 or even 15 seconds of latency on the stream, just to sort of increase the chances of keeping everything connected or consistent. This SRT protocol that I keep going on about is also quite resilient. Apparently it's very good at dealing with packet loss, and I think there's even some redundancy in it as well, perhaps, something like that. There's error checking and or redundancy, something like that built into it. It's built onto UDP protocol, which I don't know an awful lot about all of this, to be honest. I just know enough to have got this running. So yeah, I'm really pleased, really pleased. This little encoder box cost me £70 from AliExpress, got here in 2 weeks. The one that I've seen recommended is physically bigger and costs more than 3 times as much. So yeah, I'm really quite happy with this. Just checking I've still got you all. Yeah. So I should take some pictures and put them on my Instagram and or Twitter, probably both, I guess. But Instagram is a better place for posting pictures as a repository. Just so people can see what the hell I'm talking about, if they're interested. Because this battery is so much better at coping with going up hills, one tends to forget that you're supposed to. I mean, it slows the hell down, but it just keeps going. Okay. So yeah, everything still bounces around on my chest a fair bit, but not as badly as it did before I added all of this to it. The extra weight helps hold the chest harness down and in place, so that it bounces less than it was after the GoPro on its own didn't bounce very much. When I added the USB power bank for the GoPro, then it started bouncing around a lot. Now I've added everything underneath it as a big fat heavy weight to hold it down. It's not bouncing around quite as much again, but I've got this massive contraption stuck to my stomach actually. The GoPro's on my chest and everything else is below it. I'm feeling it might get warm. Especially in the summer. The M2 gets pretty hot, the GoPro gets stupidly hot. But so far, what I found is the encoder tends not to. So this is good. But I can't fucking believe this is working. I know it's just a test card I'm looking at, but that is coming from, it's coming from my chest. It's coming from me. Back to my computer at home, and then onto Twitch, and then to my phone here. It's freaking nuts. Got to love technology. flipping heck. I should have slowed down over that bump. And that one is not a friend of my arse, or my back, or my bollocks if I'm sitting the wrong way. Right, so I'm just going to do a quick pit stop here. I won't do the goodbyes and all of that because I'll be back in sort of 15-20 minutes once I get back here. I'm just going to go and drop the bread and milk at home, drop the provisions off for my mum, and then yeah, I'll be back, start streaming again. I'll head over to Greenwich Park. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Been and gone, mission accomplished. That's it. That's my obligations done for the day. I can head over to Greenwich Park and just, I don't know, have some fun. Go for a wander. And yes, also test the test card. So the stream, it's been a bit patchy here and there, and so the test card gets dropped, or it turns into sort of MPEG, JPEG blocks of hell occasionally. So even the low bitrate stream set to just 1,000 kilobits of 720 at 30 hertz. It's still not capable of maintaining that consistently. That it's to do with the actual reception. But when it drops, it comes back. It doesn't drop the stream, boot everyone off Twitch, say that I'm no longer there, and kill it. It just drops the image for a while because OBS maintains the stream. Yeah, so that's when obviously I can then have it. I don't know, maybe I'll go through. Oh, it's really not my thing. Video editing is not my idea of fun. Hooray to people that enjoy that. It's just not my bag. And pick some highlights. Like a dozen highlights and bits and bobs, clip them all together and try and make half a dozen or 10 different clips that whenever the stream gets dropped for more than say 10 or 15 seconds that it can run a clip instead until I come back. I've noticed that for most of what I've just been saying now, it's been shit, quite frankly. The reception's been awful. It's quite inconsistent because no, I didn't come this way. I haven't been this way. Fair play. I came home this way. But it's pretty bad right now. Since I started filming, it's been pretty bad. Since I started, as in since I came back. I'm hoping once I get up onto the heath, it'll improve. I can't remember which SIM I've got in which is in my phone, which is in my hotspot. One of them is better than the other. I was going to say one of them is better than the other, but then the other is better than the one in a different area. One's not very good across the heath, but the other one is. One's not great in Greenwich Park, well down at the bottom of the park, neither is good at the top, but the other one is quite consistent at the bottom of the park. So it's just JPEG, MPEG hell at the moment. I think the transmitter is the Vodafone SIM, or the Vodafone, it's sort of a company that uses Vodafone for their backbone. And that one is rubbish across the heath, but better at the bottom of Greenwich Park. The one in my phone is better across the heath, but not so good at the bottom of Greenwich Park, and neither is any good at the top of Greenwich Park.
Oh,
Cheers,
nice.
thank you.
Sinclair.
There you go, be very careful past the girls. And off we go. No squishing children, that would be bad. Oh, check out that, as I say, the kite, but it's attached to a, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a land yacht. Awesome. That's so cool. I was hoping to go over to the fairground today, but it's not going to happen. Check this out. That is awesome.
Right, I ain't seen this Sinclair climb for years, mate.
Alright, yeah, you do, man.
Wow.
This guy is awesome. Oh, skirt, skirt. Hello there.
Hey, mate. How long you had that?
About a year and a half now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not running.
No, not too bad. They've gone up a bit since I've owned it, but
Yeah.
they tend to go for about £1,000 nowadays.
Oh, that's not so sad, is it?
Yeah, well, so when you think that an e-bike will cost you £2,500 or
Yeah,
more,
that's it, yeah.
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 Mind you, it'll go up hills better than this.
Yeah, it's a bit slow.
Yeah.
That's a blast from the past.
Here's a bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know what it is, do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Just. Oh, look at that big dog. Oh, medium-sized dog. I think the rest of it was all fluff. Right, yeah, this is where the reception is always just horrible, and it's looking horrible. Even the M2 isn't saving it down here, which brings me back to either cellular bonding, which means having to have two streams and switching to a Bella box, which would be an absolute pain in the arse, having just set this up. Yeah, well, that's about it. Cellular bonding's the only other option after this, and it's just on the upside. At least it doesn't drop the stream. That whilst the image is le bollocks, and not as in the bollocks. Okay, data warning. Fuck off. Don't care. Yeah, this is not good. The Nighthawk M2 is supposed to be the best mobile hotspot you can get, or it certainly was when it came out. I think there's a more expensive one now, but it costs about 3 or 4 times as much as even this one does. That's not going to happen. But it looks so bad, I have a feeling that even 2 isn't going to fix it. The only option from here is going to be sort of just having videos that run when the stream gets dropped. That I don't think cellular bonding is gonna do this, unless EE miraculously has great coverage around this area of the park. Oh wow, no, it's full on dropped there. It's giving me the circle of death. So that's the first time I would say it's actually dropped the stream, that it's got no signal to work with and is reconnecting. But the main thing is it will do just that, it'll reconnect. It doesn't disconnect, and it doesn't chuck everyone out of Twitch. Yeah, I'm super wary of lane splitting, filtering in car parks. People do like to random wander. They see a spot and will just pull straight across. Why are we not going at all? Oh yeah, what's going on? So it's still reconnecting. So this area is still terrible. Even the M2 can't maintain the connection through here. Is anyone going anywhere? Yeah, I don't trust people in car parks. I've got my thumb hovering over the horn button. So usually the reception comes back around here. So let's see what happens, or if it's done for, having fully dropped the connection. If it's dead, I'm pretty sure SRT is supposed to be resilient enough to just resume, reconnect. Mind you, it could be my phone. My phone has no reception either. Okay. Instead of hanging around here, I'm going to go straight down to the bottom and see what happens where it does usually, where there is signal, and see if it does or doesn't reconnect. Running the car park gauntlet again. What's this dude up to? Indicators if you're turning, please. Chuff me, it's chaotic here today. Greenwich Park car park on a weekend is always a bit of a gauntlet. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when I get down to the bottom, where hopefully both my phone and the M2 have reception. See what's happened, if this much of a disconnect has killed OBS, or if it will just all come back. But that is the point of running a test like this. In theory, it should completely just reconnect. It's not too busy, the temptation to send it, mustn't send it, mustn't send it. You get pedestrians that pop out just after that tree on the right, where that lady is walking up. There's a path on the left. There's all manner of sort of hidden areas where they have a tendency to appear. It's just too dangerous. Oh, and big dog not on a lead, who I don't want to scare or hit.
Sit down on the couch.
Okay, so the phone I think has reception. I don't know what's going on with the M2. So let's see what happens. I would expect normally to be able to pick up a signal from around here. Nothing's happening yet, that's not a good sign. But in theory, it's supposed to just pick up, unless it's my phone, Twitch on my phone, that's just not reconnecting. The stream is there, but my phone's not connected to it, or if the stream just isn't there. Right, I'm going to pause here and faff with my phone for a minute. Let's see what happens if I... In theory, it still thinks I'm live. Hello? Our dog came to say hello. So you can see it's just the circle of death connecting. No, there we go. Okay. So the issue may have been my phone signal and or my connection to Twitch, but on this, it looks like the stream has survived, even if my phone didn't. Well, that's fantastic. So it means that even though it got dropped, there we go, it's connected. It's disconnecting again, but there we go. It does keep the stream going. That's awesome. Well, that's impressive. I'll head over to the Catti Sark and see what it's like over there. See if I can turn around without squishing anyone. Let's go this way. So normally down around here, reception's not so bad. But my phone is giving me the ring, the circle of connecting. So I'm just going to pause for a minute, digging the e-scooter. Let's have another pop at this. If I close it and reconnect. So there's definitely something still out there. I don't know if the issue is my phone or the stream itself from my rig. I used to be able to stream fairly reliably down here just from my phone. Hey, that's awesome. Radio controlled car. Yeah, so the Vodafone SIM in the phone was able to stream directly from the GoPro to Twitch, and it was usually capable of maintaining the stream fairly well. I think it's the Vodafone SIM that's in the M2, and it is I think 3 mobile, but it's ID mobile, which is 3 based SIM that's in the telephone. But either way, it's not connecting, and I don't know if it's not that's rubbish or the stream from me that's rubbish. What would have been ideal would be to have somebody at home that's capable of watching OBS and see what OBS is getting from me, and cut out one corner of the triangle, which is my phone.
Come on, mister. Keep going up, Daddy. Very cool. Very gentle, Seth. Gentle. It's nice, isn't it? Wow. Look at that one. That?
James got out of the car, Mum was holding it. Ah, yes, David.
Who's going where? Just let the mobility buggy go by. Cheers. Let's try again. Okay, my phone's got pretty good reception here. Oops. There you go. It still thinks I'm live. Okay. I'm connected to the chat room, but the video is showing up as the Ring of Doom. So I don't know what the issue, whether the issue is from my stream or yeah, who knows. Yeah, it would be useful to have an observer on OBS at home. Cheers. Cheers. Couldn't see him. Sorry, come on. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Wow, okay. It's busy AF today. What I think I'll do is when I get to Cutty Sark, I'll pause the recording for a minute. I have a plan, an idea. It'll also be really interesting to see how the batteries hold out. The Nighthawk on its own should be able to stream for about 5 hours or more. The battery on the GoPro is good for 5 hours or so. But the Nighthawk is then also powering the encoder. Now it's not massively power hungry. But I don't know how much that'll drain the M2, the Nighthawk M2. Whoa, dude! Hey. Right, I am going to pull in up here and, well, just pause the stream up here, pause the recording, and I will test something. I might be able to test OBS to see what's going on, because I'm still just getting the Circle of Doom on my test card here. So I'll stop up by the river where I usually stop. There are no stalls here today. That's yeah, that's different. I wonder why there's no stalls today. They're usually here every weekend. Huh. Right, I'm going to pause here. God, it's high tide today. Right, I'm going to pause recording here a second, see if I can figure out what's going on with the stream. Back in a minute. Okay, so Twitch Stream Manager is showing that I'm still live. I've been live the entire time for 1 hour and 7 minutes. So this is good. The test card intermittently pops up, and I do get rid of the loading ring of death, so it might just be a reception issue, as I do have terrible reception on my phone here, I've just noticed. Yeah, I mean, it's maintained connection. I think this right now is an issue with my phone, on phone reception, more than anything. So I'm going to bugger off somewhere else. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to bugger off somewhere else. Ooh, the circle disappeared then for a minute. Okay, that's promising. Yeah, mosey on, fuck it. That guitarist's great. He's here quite a lot. Jazz and blues guitarist. He's really good. Oh wow, okay, the connection ring has disappeared. So that means it's, yeah, hooray. That is a consistent stream again. So with all the fuck about that's happened, all of the reception issues that have occurred, it does still keep a stream. This is fantastic. This is massive progress. So my phone is down just 70, it's down to 73%, it's down just 27% in an hour. So I reckon it should be good for a couple of hours of streaming live IRL broadcast. Well, not so much broadcasting, it'll just be a stream manager basically, just so I can interact with chat. I don't need the stream itself, just the access to chat. So I can see what people are saying. I could murder a drink. I think what I'll do is go up to Blackheath and get one of those nice Tango Ice Blasts that I like. They're sugar-free and guilt-free. Right.
Yes, to see 5 all my days!
Hello there.
My days!
How you doing? You all right?
Dude!
Oh, your music's going to get me a copyright strike.
Sorry.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, lots of love.
Don't hear, don't hear, don't hear, don't hear.
Don't listen.
YouTube doesn't like it.
We're not that keen on YouTube. We need her. We
Well,
need her.
exactly. The evils
Oh,
of
how
the
lovely, sir.
internet. Thank you very much.
I
Well,
remember the first time it came out and people driving these and folk would laugh.
Yeah.
The single yellow line days.
Yeah.
So cameras. They would laugh at
Yeah.
how dangerous the people were putting themselves in.
Yeah.
It was like meat riding along.
well, it's not quite so bad these days. The cycle paths
Much
are a
more
lot
respect
better, and yeah.
like nuances.
Yeah.
And people slow down. But before, people, I remember being in cars with dads and so on.
Oh, wow,
What's that
okay.
flapping thing going past there? That sort of stuff.
That's it, and e-bikes and e-scooters are really common nowadays, so it's not quite as...
Well, we're going
It's
like
not-
Amsterdam.
Yeah,
Just as
exactly,
we
more
go
so.
fully bike lanes, we'll all be washed with marijuana.
You're on YouTube, I just want to warn you.
Fine, no problem.
As much as I support your message.
No, there's no message.
All right, man, how you doing?
It's all dialogue. Look after yourself, bro.
Have a good one, ta-da. 15 miles an hour, but you can fit a second battery and they'll do about 25.
Is it pedal?
You just pedal to get going, then it's motor electric afterwards takes over.
I think I've seen you before in Greenwich.
I'm out all the time, man, yeah.
I swear you said you went
Your
about
mate
as
just
well,
asked. It's 15 on that, but it's the same sort of by law, 15 for all of them. But like you can hack those. What people do is they'll put a second battery in this, you wire it up right, and they'll do about 25.
How many batteries you got in this then?
Just one. Keeping it road legal. So these are actually, the police, if they're being arseholes, could take those off you if they're in a bad mood. But this is road legal for anyone over the age of 14.
Do you need insurance?
Nope. It's legally, it's a bicycle.
You need insurance for these?
You would, yeah, you would need insurance and MOT and the whole 9 yards of that, and good luck on getting insurance on a scooter.
It's 3 wheels, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just 3 on this. I love e-scooters. I went on holiday to Berlin in June, and they're everywhere. They're literally, it's on an app. You just go, find me the nearest one. You never have to walk more than 30 metres, jump on it, beat the QR code on it, and off you go. I love them. Absolute convert to e-scooters.
I have an Innokin Ox.
Sorry?
At home I have an Innokin Ox, but it blew up
Oh, okay.
where it's too hot and I keep on driving it.
Did you have it hacked or something, or is it standard?
Standard,
Okay, yeah.
but blew up.
Yeah, I love them. Absolutely love them. They look like so much fun.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
Yeah, all right. You can have a go on this.
How do you drive it?
Yep, I'll teach you how it works. So, just to get going, you just give it a couple of pedals to get moving. The moment it starts moving, that is the power button. You have to hold it down like you have to do on those. Brakes like on that, like a bicycle, but don't turn too hard because it's only 3 wheels, it will tip over.
Yeah.
This is an antique, it's nearly 40 years old, sorry. And the plastic, if it gets scratched, it's scratched forever. I'll follow you, it'll be a giggle. Sweet. Cheers, man. That's it. Oh, done. You might have stalled the battery. Give it a pedal, push the button. Is it still working?
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
That one goes faster than normal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think.
All right, I'll be careful.
Or it might be this one. One of them goes faster.
Nice one. Oh, I love e-scooters. They're so much fun. Yeah, I think this might be the quicker one. You right there? Yeah, just hold the button down, it'll take over. There you go. So there's no speed control, it's just on or off. And so it just goes to full speed and that's it. It's a giggle. Obviously it's quite comfortable. Yeah, it's the handlebars literally where your hands fall. But this'll murder that up a hill.
How much to buy them would they be?
About £1,000 if you can find one. You usually only find them on eBay these days.
We saw
Did you want to have a go?
No, I'm alright.
All right, no worries.
We saw another 15 of them on. Yeah, there was like 15 loads of them.
Oh wow, was it around here?
Yeah, in Greenwich Park.
That will have been us. I know them. Yeah, I know the guys. Yeah, I mean there aren't many of these in the country, so we all sort of know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many of you do you go out? Do you all go out together then?
I usually come out on my own. I film my rides for YouTube, and I'm just
What's your
testing for
YouTube channel?
C5 Live UK.
Remember that, yeah?
It's there's a picture. There's a sticker on the back. If you take a picture, I need all the subs I can get. It's like the smallest channel ever. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm actually doing a test for streaming to Twitch, so I can stream my rides live rather than just uploading them afterwards, and then people can chat to me and stuff like that while I'm out and about.
Yeah. So how many people do you get on there at the moment?
Oh, it's the smallest channel ever. I've got like 100 subscribers. So it'll be easy. It'll get going a bit better once I've got Twitch sort of reliable, because every time you drop the connection, with your, what it's like with cell phone mobile phone service. At the moment it gets patchy, you lose you lose the connection to your stream. So what all this nonsense is about is sort of basically a way of keeping connection to the stream forever. So even if I lose reception for 5-10 seconds, you keep the stream going. Were you guys off to or just wandering around?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we just come back from the farm thing.
Oh, nice one. Awesome. What sort of range do you get on yours?
Well, it's on flashing.
We've driven from
Okay.
Dalton.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that's really good.
Use one bar,
And you've been all the way over, that's fantastic.
yeah.
Depends how you drive it, really.
Yeah, of course.
What about this one?
So the battery in there is a modern lithium battery, so I bought a 36 amp hour battery. That'll do about 18 miles. But obviously the bigger battery you get, the further it'll go. It's as simple as that. So I can fit a second one that'll do twice as far, or wire it up differently and it'll go almost twice as fast.
Yeah. Looks like good fun now.
It is a giggle, man.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice meeting you boys. Have a good one.
you are.
Cheers. Yeah, you too. Have fun. Nice lads. Spotlights are red. Yep, there's no ring. Oh, it just came back. The moment I said there's no ring of connecting, it started connecting. But that means it is capable of keeping the stream. I'm really pleased about that. Even though reception, sadly, is still shit down here. I don't know whether the problem is my phone or the stream. If the problem is my phone, it's not a problem. If the problem is the stream, it's a problem. Hello, mate.
How much is it?
If you can find one, about 1,000 quid.
1,000?
Yeah, give or take. Those monocycle things, unicycles, I don't know what they're called, they're fucking awesome. I love them, they look so much fun. They look like they're straight out of Paperboy, the old 80s arcade game. I looked them up the other day, they're about 2,000 quid, I think they're 1,500 to 2,000 quid, depending on which ones you get. They are not cheap, but they look like great fun. Yep, no ring of doom, and I lose the picture completely, for fuck's sake. Oh, uh-oh, they've got the blues and twos. Well, the blues, not the twos right now. Uh-oh. There's a bunch of line bikes. Which is the best way to go? None of them. They're all busy. Let's go this way, because I fancy going this way. Okay, the image has come back, there's no connecting ring. It's, yeah, brilliant. It's a moderately successful test. Like I say, it would be useful to have, if there was an observer able to watch to see what OBS is getting, if OBS is still showing a stream when this isn't, then I know the issue is my phone. And just basically figure out how much is down to the mobile phone service and how much is, mobile phone service, how much is down to the uplink basically rather than the downlink. Just going to hover here for a minute. Yeah, check that out. There we go, there's the brake going to hold it there. I am pleasantly surprised and impressed. My mobile phone's down to 70%. Let's see what the Nighthawk is down to, the M2. Battery life on that. Whoa, that's not good. 11%. Okay. So the M2, it's taken 90% of the battery life for, how long has the stream been up? An hour and 22 minutes. So I am going to, I mean, some of that I imagine is to do with the fact that it's been poor reception, so it's having to boost the signal perhaps. I just remembered I can turn Wi-Fi off. That will probably save a fair bit of battery power as well. Let me see if I can do that. I'm going to pause recording while I faff about with this, and back in a minute. Okay, so I've turned Wi-Fi off. It'll be interesting. I'll do a test, another test sometime. Actually, that's a thought. I've just realised the M2 wasn't fully charged. Damn it. It'll be interesting to do a test basically from fully charged with Wi-Fi off right from the get-go and see how long that's capable of running. That I think it might have been about 50%, even if that. So if it took 40% of the battery to do an hour and, what did I say it was? Basically an hour and a half, give or take. That would give me 3 hours from 80% of the battery, which is loads. And that was with Wi-Fi on. So yeah, okay, that's looking promising. You know, because obviously if I don't have to carry another USB power bank around, then that'll be better. I've got enough crap strapped to my chest as it is. Right, I'm going to pause streaming for a minute and just enjoy being in the sun for a bit, being outdoors. Back in a minute. Right, going to mosey on. Hiya.
Would you like something?
Right. Yeah, it's really lively today. It's really windy. It's also really, is that dog going to go in? Dog's in. The dog is in. I love watching dogs shake themselves dry. They're so funny. Until they do it when they're standing right next to you. Then you get soaked in dirty cold water. Oh. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, the dog having a hard time getting out of the pond then.
He's got a flag, yes, he's got a flag. Are you going to say hello to him?
Hello.
He said hello to you.
Hiya.
It's a pretty cool ride.
Sorry?
It's a pretty cool ride.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's quite old now, but yeah, it's just electric and it's just toy. Thank you. Right, I'm going to head back up to the top of the hill. I'll see what, and once I was going to see what I'm up there. I think I'll do it now. I disconnected from the stream when I was parked up just to save some battery. I think I'll reconnect. I'll reconnect when I get to the bottom of the hill. And yeah, see what reception and everything, the stream and everything else does from there. Yeah, it's so lively here today. It's really cool. This is fantastic. You have to see this. They've set up a picnic with a little table and a tablecloth, and it looks like they've given themselves candles as well. The wind would be a bit prohibitive for the candles, but that's awesome. That is so damn cool. If you're going to have a picnic in style. Oh, I love it. That's really cool. Hello. I'm going to hover here for a bit actually. It's so lively here today. It's really nice. And the sun is nice. I'm liking it. How cool is this? Awesome. I'm going to hover for 5 minutes. Why not? The whole point is for me. The whole point is I was supposed to just be filming I'm coming out for a ride and just enjoying my afternoon out and streaming it for the lols. But it's sort of almost turned into that's what I'm doing. I'm coming out and streaming, and it's supposed to be the other way around. So I'm going to pause recording and just enjoy being out for 5 minutes. BRB. Okay, gonna mosey on. I'll pause when I get to the bottom of the hill, which will only be in a minute. And I will. Right. I'll reconnect to the stream. I'm just sending my test card. Let's try this way. Yeah, what a strange day. It's quite sunny, it's really warm, but windy as fuck. So strange. If it wasn't windy, it'd be really hot. I think I need to make a new flag. This one is looking really quite ragged. I was quite lazy when I did it. I got the fabric and I literally just cut a big ass triangle out of the fabric. I wasn't sure how well it would sort of blow in the wind or not or anything, and it worked out quite nicely, but I was lazy as fuck. Like I said, I literally just cut it into the fabric. So I need to make another one, and this time actually hem it or something. Maybe a bit of super glue on the edges would stop it from fraying. Much easier when pedestrians walk in straight lines, like this dude. Okay, so I am going to pause here for a minute, and I'll reconnect to Twitch and just start the test again. Back in a sec. Well, holy shit. Okay. The test card is back. It just reconnected to the stream. Twitch thinks I've been live for almost 2 hours, despite being disconnected mostly for the last, what, half an hour or so. That's fantastic. And obviously the reception issues are still a bit crap. At least I can sort of maintain connection, maintain a stream for viewers. gorgeous puppies. Traffic, not traffic, car park. Oh, some poor sod's got a ticket. Happy Sunday. Right, where's this dude going? Because he's unpredictable as fuck. Right. Let me see if it's an issue with my phone. Reconnect Twitch. Let me start again. There we go. My channel. No, this is at the very least an issue with my phone. It could be an issue with both. And my phone's certainly having none of it. No idea what's going on. Like I say, it would be so useful to see what OBS sees. But I still can't believe that it works. I cannot flipping believe that this works. That this little encoder box is outputting a stream to Ye Interwebs that finds its way to my home, and then through my network, because I had to open up some port to allow it in, set up port forwarding, yeah, to my computer, to OBS, and then OBS streams it out to the outside world and then back to here. That's flipping epic, absolutely epic. I must drop a line, even if it's just in his Discord. So there's a chap called Spreezy, S-P-R-E-E-E-Z-Y. That's his YouTube channel. And it was he who posted a video about IRL streaming without having to shell out the obscene amounts of money for like a live view solo. The hardware itself is pretty expensive, but the kicker is the $450 a year for the subscription service that you connect to their servers for them to sort of re-aggregate your streams, your cellular bonding streams, and send it on from there. Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of money. And yeah, ultimately you can do all of it yourself. You can set up an SRT bonding server on your own PC at home. That's not entirely what I've done at this stage. At this point, it's not cellular bonding. It's an SRT, picking up an SRT stream, picking up an SRT stream and then forwarding that on in a format that that Twitch can recognise. But it's not doing full-on cellular bonding. But ultimately, that's all doable. You would run there is a Linux subsystem that you can enable in Windows that you would install Ubuntu onto. I think it's 10.18 you need to install. A couple of command lines in that, and that'll take care of it. It'll then receive the separated SRT streams aggregate them for you, send them on internally on your own server or your own network rather, which you then pick up in OBS, and that then punts it out to the outside world. It's amazing stuff, really amazing stuff. But ultimately, all things that you can do yourself. You don't need to pay third parties to do this. I would still be inclined, if one sets up a Bella box and uses his software and everything, even if you don't use his cloud services, it is very much the moral thing to chuck the guy a big fat donation. I'm thinking he charges $5 a month for his lower tier that doesn't aggregate streams. So I was thinking a year's worth, so maybe $60 a year's worth of connection to that you don't use. But just by way of thanks for all his hard work for making this, because it's all freeware, it's all public domain stuff. I think even the software, I think it's even open source. Yeah, much respect to I can't remember the chat's name. He's got a YouTube channel as well, and Spreezy, to a pair of them, for what they've done for helping people to do IRL streaming, to get going, to free themselves from the ridiculosity of the subscriptions that you have to pay for the pro services. Okay, the band has stopped. I stopped at the bandstand for a bit to listen to some music and just ramble, but they've stopped. Right, let's go and see how this all holds up. I'll chuck it around the standard, just my usual route for now. See what happens around there. Let me try reloading this. But I know my reception is atrocious up here. I'll try, if it doesn't. Actually, it tends to pick up on its own. Let's go and see what happens nearer the standard. Where's this girl going? She's not looking. Right, that was the GoPro being a dick again. I am using, both now and before when I was having trouble before, thinking it might cure the problem, I'm using decent SD cards in this, but it's still constantly corrupting the file system on it. Beep beep. Okie dokie. Okay, yeah, it's connected. No circle of doom. Fantastic. I'll say that so far in general, this has been an 80% successful test. It maintains a stream. That's not an issue. That's fantastic. The downside is it looks like the reception is still pretty crap, even using the Nighthawk M2, which sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but it doesn't solve the problem, sucks. Go ahead. Cheers. Beep beep. But yeah, I don't know how much of the connection issues that I'm seeing on my phone are upstream or downstream. Downstreams tend to be stronger, you get greater bandwidth, but the gain, the amplifier, the transmitter in the M2 is a lot more powerful. You can get aerials for them, but in all the tests I've seen, the aerials improve reception but have made no difference at all to transmission. Don't pass me on a corner. Hello. Oh, I've got a bus up my chuff. Alright man, how you doing? How you doing man, you all good?
Is that electric?
It is, yeah. That looks like fun. Oh, I think so. Have a good one man. Cheers. Difference the reaction the world has today than they had 40 years ago. That's the future, isn't it? Says it all, doesn't it? Hello there! You okay? Gosh. It was, yeah, he wasn't there the other day when I stopped to get my salted caramel drinks. I'd have got him something to eat or drink if he'd been there. There's nothing behind me. know that speed bump's a bitch. It's amazing how well you get to know the road surface. Which speed bumps are dicks, where the potholes or even small potholes are. So yeah, I'm going to need to make, I don't know, half a dozen, maybe minute long video clips for OBS to play if the stream drops for more than say 15 seconds or so. I wonder how, there's a program that I've seen, Spreezy again, that I mentioned earlier, that he's linked to, that will basically do that. It detects if the stream has dropped. If it's dropped, it plays a video instead. What I want to figure out is if you can make it play incrementally from with videos from numbers 1 to 10, and then start at 1 again, and how it behaves when a video ends. If the video ends, does it automatically start again? And if you can make it play videos incrementally, can you then make it play the next one? Yeah, this is something I'll have to figure out. But until then, I'll just make I guess what I could do is, if I make the 10 clips that I want to make, I can make them into one 10-minute long video to start with, in case it only plays one. Yeah, something like that. It makes sense in my head. Sorry, I'm thinking about too many things at once. But I'm seeing a fairly consistent test card in front of me. The biggest problem with a test card is it's not moving. It's a static image. And things like MJPEG and that sort of encoding, anything related to that, it's like a form of delta encoding. You'll have a keyframe every X number of frames. So let's say 1 frame out of 50. So, well, no, I'm running at 30 frames a second. So let's say 1 frame out of 30. It'll send the entire frame. Then the next frame, it'll just send what's changed relative to the previous frame, and then ditto. On the third frame, it'll send just what has changed from the previous frame, and go on until it hits the 30th frame. Then it'll start again, send another keyframe where it sends the entire frame, and then start sending increments, delta encoding. So yeah, obviously a test card as a static image isn't terribly challenging to stream, because nothing changes from one frame to the next. But obviously it'll break up if the connection breaks up that badly. As I witnessed earlier, some serious blocking and stuff going on. Right, let's mosey over to the pond for 5 minutes. I'm just going to sit here for a couple of minutes. Actually, you know what? I'll go straight over to... I'm going to get myself a nice drink thing, and I'll come back and sit here then. GoPro prepped out again. Cheers. Oh, there's 2 people now. That's awesome. So one is more skateboard-like and the other one is more like a trike. Oh, fantastic. A friend of mine vaguely lives in this area and I know he's got one. The last time I messaged him, he said he hadn't been out on it in ages. I'm going to pause for 2 minutes and watch them though. Check these out. So obviously they're going to need to make sure their kites don't get too near each other. I can hear all the screaming from the rides over on the fairground. That's so cool. That's something I need to do. I need to stream, record and hopefully stream if I come up to the fairgrounds, if I go on the bumper cars, on the dodgems. That would be funny. I have an inner ear disorder, which is really fucking annoying. So I can't do anything that remotely spins around. It'll leave me fucked for hours, literally hours and hours and hours on end. Otherwise it'd be hilarious to live stream from one of the rides. Off a good speed. Oh, he's over. Right, fuck it, I'm going to get up and turn around. There we go. He's over there. Where's the other dude? Oh, he's all the way down there. He's good. It looked like the kites were getting close to each other. They're all good. Fantastic. He's coming back by the looks of it. What's going on? There you go. Check that out. That's so awesome. Right. Love it. I'm sure he'd probably enjoy this as well. Game recognises game. Let the cyclist go first. Cheers. There's an e-scooter over there and a radio control car. Everyone's out with all their toys today. I just wish it was a bit less windy. Fantastic. And that dude on the, that dude with the kites. I have no idea what you call them. They are awesome. Yeah, gone. Right. was about to say, I can't believe it. I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't believe this all works, which is true. But the other bit I'm about to repeat myself is fucking GoPro keeps crapping out. From what I can tell, it's to do with file system issues, that it's got corrupted files on the SD card. Hey, how you doing, man? It's to do with corrupted space on the SD card that it's moaning about, and that's causing it to crap out. But these are not cheap crap SD cards, and what I've taken to doing is every time I finish a stream is when I delete everything off it, I completely reformat the card to begin with. For a while it seemed to improve things, but it's not helping today. But the streaming is working, and that is amazing. Right, I'm going to grab my drink and I'll be back in a minute. Go with me. Right, cheers.
At the end of the day, look.
Gutted, they didn't have they did have the slushy machine, but there's a gas cylinder or something that needs I couldn't get a slushy. Fuck it. Damn it. So I just had to get regular junk instead. They didn't have an awful lot of sugar-free drinks, but I managed to find a couple of nice things. I try to avoid sugary drinks as much as I can. Sugary anything. Nice wave from the bus driver, and waved to him for letting me go. No, I'm not taking my chances. It's too narrow. Oh, grand. Oh, damn it. I was supposed to be checking what the stream does. No idea. Damn. Just to see what the reception was like around Blackheath Village. Who's going where? Ugh. Head over to the pond and have my not slushy. Hello there, how you doing, right?
All right.
Who's going where? Right. The pond's looking quite full after a few days of rain that we've had up here. Stream's looking good. I fucking can't believe it. Absolutely can't believe it. I really must try to get the information together and post it on Spreezy's Discord. For anyone else that wants to do this, and to say that sort of the model number of the box that I'm using, the encoder box, and that it works. And it works cool. It's not warm. It's like, I was going to say it's warmer than the environment to touch, but it's been against my body the whole time. It's not warm enough for me to decide I'm bothered by it. That said, it's not been encoding anything. So maybe it'll be different once it's actually encoding some HDMI and there's some CPU load going on. But yeah, wow. I can't believe it works. This is some impressive stuff. I could never have done this without Spreezy's video. He spelled out and explained all the SRT settings, although there was one thing that was didn't work the way that he had described it for me, and it makes no sense at all. It makes no sense that it is working the way that it works. It would have made sense that it would work the way he explained it. I won't bore you all with it, but it is something that I'll potentially bore people who might want to do this with. I'm trying to decide whether to make a video about it or just make some text and chuck it on his Discord. I guess it depends on how long it all comes out to be, if I can explain it clearly enough. Right, I'm going to pause recording for a bit, just to enjoy being at the pond, not having to narrate everything I'm doing, enjoy my drink, and just sit here for 5 minutes. Back in a second. Just pop back on to make one observation, or one observation I will make is, since I turned the Wi-Fi off on the router, it's only gone down by 5%. The stream is showing that it's been live for 2 hours 40 minutes. If I allow 40 minutes of that for me having been paused and stuff, I don't think I had this switched off for more than that. That's very impressive. I would get 2 hours out of it, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't fully charged. And again, I suspect that perhaps areas with poor reception did boost the signal. In which case, that's really impressive. I might not need a USB power bank or a separate USB power bank, because I've got one powering the GoPro, but it might mean that I won't need a second USB power bank. To be honest, what I would actually do is just buy one slightly larger one and use that to run the GoPro and the encoder, rather than carrying two, but it looks like I'm not going to need to anyway. So that's fantastic. I'm really pleased with how that's worked out. So I guess the next test will be to see how it goes when it's actually encoding something. I would have tried encoding video today, but I'm having some grief with the GoPro again. I don't fully understand how the GoPro works when it's connected via HDMI from the Media Mod. It's a bit crap. The specification of the GoPro is a bit rubbish. The issue seems to be with the GoPro and not with the rest of the rig. But the HDMI implementation just leaves a bit to be desired. The moment you plug an HDMI cable in, it switches off the screen, which is really unhelpful. And in my situation specifically, I can't see to set up what I need to set up. So I guess what I'll need to do is set it all up, start it recording, then plug in the HDMI. Hope that it works. Yeah. Right, I'm going to pause again, back in a bit. Back again, just another observation. I just noticed that the M2, the Nighthawk, is not that warm. I was expecting it to be really warm. When I've had it on a lot at home, the thing's been hot. I don't know if the back is warmer perhaps, but maybe it's because partly because the Wi-Fi is off, and partly because I'm out and about and there's sort of a breeze across it, but it has not got warm, which I was expecting it to, especially then having the encoder strapped to the back of it. It's basically velcroed to the back of it. I've got that sort of stick-on velcro. I thought they might start getting warm, but they really aren't. That's quite impressive. I'm pleased about that. That's more good news. Yeah, I just wish I'd been able to see what OBS sees while riding around, to figure out how much of it, what's crapping out here, is upstream or downstream. Anyway, I'm repeating myself. Back in a minute. All the geese are coming over here, and some ducks. I don't know if they thought I was going to feed them. I don't have anything for them, sadly. I think maybe they just decided to come this way if they wondered if they were all going to get out and go across the road. It's hilarious watching them across the road. And there's a zebra crossing behind me. And they literally just walk across the zebra crossing. All the cars stop. And they bring the whole traffic to a halt. It's fantastic. It's so funny. Honestly, they're birds. They could just fly over there. Nope. And they walk. And they've also learned somehow to cross at the crossing. Fantastic. And there's an exodus away again. I just realised why. A couple just came across the zebra crossing. They have a dog with them. So that's why the birds will all suddenly head out to the middle of the water. I don't know who he was pissed off at. Or if he was beeping his horn at the woman behind me. I'm going to head off again. Back in a minute. Right, I'm back. The M2 still says it's got 5% left. It's quite impressive. The stream has been up for as near as, damn it, 3 hours. There we go. Watch it tick over. And boop. 3 hours. Thrilling content. That's very impressive. My phone is only down to 37%, which is good as well. For the amount of time it's been up. Hello there.
Can I talk? You filming?
Yeah, you're welcome to
I
chat.
just wanted, because it's a C5.
It is indeed, yes it is.
Well, I was just saying to my mate, it was like, do you remember the C5s and the 8s and the, you know, it was supposed to go like, it was like £399 and
That's right, yeah.
You could go, I don't know, you could go 20 miles for less than 40p or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, did it, have you restored it or something?
I got really lucky with this one. It spent the first 20 years of its life on display in an automotive museum down in Somerset. The next 17 years of its life on display in a showroom of a guy who sold ride-on tractors. I'm the only person who's ever used it.
Is that right?
I got really, really lucky. He had two up for sale, and he said there's this one that's in bubble wrap, and the other one still in the packing crate. Yeah.
What did you pick it up for, you mind me asking?
I got it for 500 quid. To be honest, I was unbelievably lucky.
Yeah.
That one in very, very used condition will go for about £1,000 now.
Yeah, they do.
You can pick up a shed that's a project for 300 quid, but you don't want it.
No. Can I have a little tap of that?
Of course you can, yeah, of course you can. So it's polypropylene. No, it's fine, you're very welcome.
Yeah, just never.
It's a polypropylene body shell. So you literally just got bicycle handles, bicycle brakes.
So that's the accelerator, isn't it?
No, the power button, it's literally a power button. It sort of looks the same as that, but on this side. Yeah. And it's literally on or off, that's it. There's no accelerator, it's literally just on or off. Yeah. And you hold it down and away it goes. Yeah. You pedal just a bit to get moving and then hold the button down.
And that's it. And
do you want to go? If you stay on the grass, you ever going to get another chance to? Let's put it that way. Already film. Oh yeah, I can film you on yours. Yeah, always. I'm always.
You film for YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just stick my
as well, are you?
Just stick my rides up basically,
okay.
So what I'm testing at the moment is all this down here. It's live streaming for Twitch. So I'll be able to. No, just be YouTube.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I'm happy to video you.
Oh, you're a gentleman.
You're
this
very
is
welcome.
There you go,
man. Right, so let me teach you how to use it. That's the main thing. So first things first, the brakes, like a bicycle.
Yeah.
The most important thing is to know how to stop. You literally give it a couple of pushes with the pedal to get going. Literally once it's moving, that there is the power button. Literally that rubber blob is the power button.
Oh, right.
You hold it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But don't press it. Once you're in it, don't press it until you're moving, because it can stall the motor because there's extra weight in it with a person in it.
Sure.
It's only 3 wheels, so don't steer too hard.
Well, this was the future.
Well, yeah, I mean, it didn't do well at the time, but nowadays the idea of an electric vehicle isn't as crazy as everyone thought it was.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's used to e-bikes and e-scooters, and everything's got to be electric. So it's
I just come back from Paris.
Oh, very nice.
And I was shocked the amount of people that are on scooters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, they're illegal here. That's the problem. Only the rental ones are legal. Everything else.
Yeah, exactly. But down there,
awesome.
They're flying around.
They're fantastic, aren't they? They're fantastic. Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
I was lucky enough. I went to Berlin in June, and over there again they're everywhere. You have it on an app. and you just sort of literally find the nearest e-scooter, and it says, oh, it's 30 yards that way. Go up to it, scan the QR code on it, goes boop, oh, okay, I'm on, and off you go. That's it, it's that easy. And once I started using the first one, I didn't go on public transport again the whole rest of the time I was there. I'm totally converted to e-scooters. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah,
So much fun.
They are fantastic.
They're a blast.
Yeah, why shouldn't they? I mean, you know, opinions divided, but you know, it's going to be they're going to
The
be
people who don't like them are the people who haven't been on one.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah.
The moment you've been on one, it's like, this is fantastic. It's so much fun.
Yeah, getting on.
And this is a blast. The thing is with these is they're legal. This is completely road legal for anyone over 14.
Right.
Legally, it's a bicycle, so I can go anywhere.
Between 14 and 40. Is that like,
Yeah, probably. Yeah, right.
I remember the advert for it.
Awesome.
But no, nice one for that.
Oh, you're
man.
very
What's your
welcome.
YouTube channel?
C5 Live UK. It's the smallest channel on earth, so I could do with every sub I can get.
I'll put you about.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Wicked.
will do, man. What's your name?
I'm Robin.
Anthony.
Nice to meet you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Have a fantastic
Right, Robin.
weekend.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers. Ta-da.
Yeah, man.
Oh, did I just put my code in, my password in? I'll have to check that. Might have to edit that out. Frustratingly, the GoPro crapped out in the middle of Anthony's ride on the C5. Luckily, he was filming it. Well, I was filming it for him on his own phone, so he got to see his got his ride recorded. Oh, it's windy AF. Sorry about that. I know that the wind is terrible when I've got the media mod attached. I'm going to put a bit of foam over the microphone on the GoPro when I'm using the media mod. I'll rig something. I'm good at jerry rigging stuff, MacGyvering things to work. I can't remember what I was saying. Totally lost my thread of my thought. It's all good. It's okay, go on. It was kind of him to stop to let me go, but I'll just be in his way. I hope I've got just enough battery to make it through the village. Doesn't matter so much if it craps out after that. Okay, this guy doesn't care if I live or die. Cheers! Yeah, see how the stream holds up through the village, because I know the reception is terrible through there. The traffic, bless you! The traffic's going to stop me from sending it down through the village, I think. It'll be second class post. That's post express delivery, which is what I usually get down there. The hill gets me up to full belt pretty quickly. There's a couple of cars behind me. I hope they're not dicks. There's some speed bumps here I need to avoid, and I'm about to get up to speed. Will there be anything coming from the right? It's looking good. Dude! Oh yeah, now I've lost the battery. What a wanker! And that's why I've got my horn. He should not have done that. Dick. So he tries to pass me and then cuts across me. What the actual fuck? So I don't have much idea how the reception held up or not. I was too busy concentrating, not getting crushed by that twat in that car. That's the most colossal dick move I've had to experience in this yet, other than the silly idiot that hit me in the car park. But in terms of the open road, that is the shittiest bit of driving I've had to contend with in... It's almost a year that I've been riding this now, I guess. So anyone passing me down here is speeding. I know because I've measured how fast I go down here. Shit, I thought that bike was going to pull out then. Fuck me. I really need to sort out this water leak. Well, getting towards the end of my ride, yeah, that's been really cool. Twat in a Mercedes notwithstanding, live streaming is back on the cards. Yeah, I can stream without losing connection. I can maintain my audience even if I've lost the actual video feed for a while. I can maintain my actual Twitch audience. This is fantastic. I'm really made up about that. I spent, gosh, probably a good 5 or 6 hours yesterday wrestling with it all, trying to get it to work. And a lot of it came down to the fact that that it isn't working the way it's supposed to work. I have no idea why. I followed the instructions according to what makes sense, in fairness to them, and that wasn't working, and what is working makes no sense at all. So basically, in the encoder, I give it my home IP address, a port number. I'm transmitting as an SRT protocol, so it's SRT:// my home IP address, : the port number that I've given it, and then ? mode equals caller. So it's a bit like saying transmitter. Then in slobs, in OBS, I've got that set up as SRT : and it's supposed to be, again, my same home URL of my router. Yes. So basically my home IP address, my static IP from my internet provider. And that you have ? mode equals receiver. Just by pure accident, when I was trying different things, I was trying a screencasting app that that Spreezy set up as a demonstration. That, because it was on the same Wi-Fi, I was just using the IP address of my actual computer on my home network. And I would just happen to have the encoder on and still transmitting and connected through the M2, and was changing it back from changing the IP address in OBS to be the IP address of my home computer, my actual computer, as opposed to my home IP address, and suddenly the test card came up and it was working. It's like, what? This makes no sense. So basically on OBS it's set to be the IP address of my actual computer, and on the encoder it's the IP address of my home, and that's working. No idea why it's working, but it's working, so I'll take it. I did have to open up the UDP port. Actually, currently it's set as TCP/UDP, but I think it only needs to be UDP. I don't see what TCP would have to do with it, as SRT is built on the UDP protocol as far as I'm aware. But it's working, so I don't want to fuck with it. I don't think I really needed to change anything. I think I've got a static IP set for the encoder. I don't think I needed to mess with anything on the defaults on the encoder very much, but I did have to dick around with the M2. I set it on the DMZ for a while, but I've since turned off the demilitarized zone. So the encoder doesn't, sorry, the M2 doesn't seem to care about port forwarding or anything like that. Although it might be that by default just everything is open, which is fine, it's no big deal. What are they going to do? Hack my encoder. Yeah, I'm amazed. It works. Hooray. It would be interesting, I'm not going to, but just as out of curiosity, just to try to figure out exactly what it was that did work, to do factory resets on the encoder and the M2, and try and figure out exactly what it is that I need to set to make it work. But anyway, yes, this has been a really eventful or interesting, informative ride today. Thank you to anyone and everyone that's made it this far into the video. What shall I leave as a video message today? If you make it this far, I know exactly what it is. If you make it this far, say twat in a Mercedes in your comment. Leave a comment saying twat in a Mercedes, and I know that you're a legend that made it this far into the video. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm C5 Live UK, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.